Trump is president again. Again. And I'm just, sitting here as a European lesbian wondering what fresh hell 2025 has in store for us. Because clearly we're all stuck in some sort of dystopian time loop where progress takes one step forward and then gets body slammed back into the Stone Age. So let's talk about it. Day one. And literally, day one, he signs an executive order declaring there are only two genders. Two. That's it. Male and female. End of story. Science? Irrelevant. Human experiences? Who cares? It's like he woke up and thought, how can I make life miserable for as many people as possible before my morning Diet Coke? And boom! This is what we get. Now, let me be clear. This isn't just about trans people, although they're the primary targets here, because apparently being trans is now a threat to national security or something equally ridiculous. This is about erasing anyone who doesn't fit into Trump's narrow little worldview. It's about control, division, making sure we're all too busy fighting each other to notice the real problems. And speaking of real problems, can we talk about how this administration is basically speedrunning every historical mistake that led to World War II? As someone who spends way too much time geeking out over history books and documentaries, let me tell you this. This whole us versus them narrative, the propaganda, the scapegoating, it's not new. It's not clever, and it sure as hell didn't end well last time. But no, let's not. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on banning gender-neutral bathrooms instead, because clearly that's what's tearing society apart. Not climate change. Nope. Not income inequality. Not actual systemic violence. Nope. No. It's bathrooms, of course. Bathrooms are the menace. And don't even get me started on the fake protecting women argument they're using to justify this nonsense. Oh, thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you for protecting me from what exactly? Trans women existing? Meanwhile, actual issues like wage gaps and domestic violence are just chilling in the corner. Don't mind us, but sure, let's focus on erasing gender markers from IDs instead, because that'll definitely fix everything. And let's not pretend this stops at America's borders when the so-called leader of the free world starts rolling back LGBTQ plus rights and diversity programs. It sends a message to every other wannabe authoritarian out there, like, hey, it's open season on human rights, and guess who gets hit first? People like me, people like you. So what do? How do we fight back when it feels like the world is crumbling faster than my patience at family dinners? First off, and I cannot stress this enough, stop doom scrolling through Twitter. It's Twitter for me, it will always be Twitter. The algorithm thrives on despair, on your despair. Instead, get informed from credible sources and fact check everything before sharing it. That's number one. Okay, and I know everyone has a bias, blah, 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 blah. So, but let's, try to go to the good ones, or the better ones. And this one's important. Support organizations that are actually doing something about this mess. Groups like Lambda, GLAD, and, your local LGBTQ plus charities that are out there fighting legal battles so people like me can keep existing without fear of persecution. And third, speak up, make your voice heard. I don't care if it's at your local community meeting or during awkward small talk with your neighbor. Use your voice because silence isn't neutral. It's complicity. And frankly, we've had enough of that already. Look, I know this feels overwhelming right now. Trust me, I'm right there with you, wondering if I should start Googling lesbian-friendly countries with affordable housing. And I'm in Europe, okay? But here's the thing. History has also shown us that resistance works. Progress isn't easy. It's messy and it's exhausting, but it happens because ordinary people refuse to give up. So let's refuse together. Refuse hate, refuse division, refuse to let anyone tell us we don't belong or that our identities are invalid, because at the end of the day, love will always be louder than fear, even if fear has a megaphone and terrible hair. Thanks for watching, and hey, if you're as fired up as I am right now, hit that like button and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Let me know in the comments how you're fighting back against hate and division, because honestly, we need all hands on deck for this revolution. And until next time, stay angry, stay safe out there, and see you on the next one. Adios.